We have like a community chat. Two couples that's getting married, sort of a bit up there in age. You guys already have families? You're 48, you're 52. Don't invite us to no celebration.
No. I hear it.
And then he goes, what's the problem? The birth rate right now is very low. So we actually...
He sent the message, put his phone down, went to sleep.
I went to sleep.
And his phone just keeps flashing. Ding, ding, ding.
Bro, I'm trying to figure out, is this one coming that finish me, yeah?
Yo, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of the Disruption Podcast.
Yes, indeed.
Thank you for joining us. We appreciate it. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share it around. We have an hour and 20 minutes to entertain you. And
we're going to use it wisely.
And we're going to try and use it wisely. If you enjoy that, at the end of the hour and 20 minutes, please leave us a rating on Spotify.
Yeah.
And please send $20 to 0451.
This man just put his whole thing on blast.
Let's know the Baghdaddy.
It's Chief Olasaji in the building, baby.
It's your girl, Maweezy.
He's the prince.
Yes, indeed. Wow, it's nice not being interrupted this week, by the way.
Yeah.
It's all called fat
Very
on
good.
camera. It's very, very nice.
Well.
I'm still going to get called fat by the people
Oh,
watching.
yeah. Just to acknowledge it, we're switching up the set a little bit.
Yeah.
Try some new.
We haven't steamed the curtains yet.
Yeah, that's
It's still in
crazy.
construction.
Relax.
It's actually crazy that we didn't even steam curtains.
Bro, we just said
nothing.
We just said,
Run it.
let's go.
Studio upgrades, man.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
necessary.
Room 40 is now available
Yep.
for hire. What's room 40, you ask? We can tell you that later.
Hey, don't get set up.
Yeah, hey, but you know, there's options now for what you can do in this place. So
Yes.
definitely hit us up.
Like
But let
to
us
do
know if you guys
something.
actually like this set as well.
I didn't want to do that.
No,
I don't wanna-
because if they don't, I'm not changing.
Yeah, no. It doesn't matter. I just want to know if they like it. It's not going to change anything for
FO,
us.
man.
Nothing will ever compare to the brick backgrounds that we had.
Good.
Hey, that was a time.
Hey, what did we think about that whole
It was,
brick situation?
no, it's not even that the bricks were bad. It was the camera and how we could never sort the color, the
Did
white
we
balance.
think we killed it?
We did
At the
what we could do.
time, no. At the time, did we think we killed it?
I think we thought we killed it when we got
I thought the bricks were going to look a little bit more real.
Hey,
because we got it from some
Bro, serious.
Lady.
Like, bro, the
What's
website
the
is
brick
like
doing this, bro?
backdrops.com.au.
Yo, man. Hey,
What is
You know
the
what I
brick
realized?
doing
I
that?
missed
Yeah,
what spot
finished. Yeah.
that we were filming in? The conference room. Do you remember that?
Oh,
Miss
yeah.
It was like, yeah, it's tidy. Like we could have, if that was our spot, it would have been nice.
I miss shooting at your house.
No, I don't.
I know you don't,
No, I
but
don't.
I realized we actually had a whole.
It was a little
cheeky
phase.
setup.
It was a
It was
little
kinda
phase.
like,
Nice
bro.
15-week phase.
man knows it down to
No, I actually don't know how long it was.
Wow, just,
Oh,
he didn't
man.
like us being there. Huh?
But hey, now that on the topic of what we hate about the pod, man, you say you got a problem with podding.
It's just generally potting.
Let's
yeah?
continue the thread, the trend from last week.
Is I don't know what the last thing people heard me say on here is,
Yeah.
right? Because I don't know if you listen week to week. I don't know if why not. And my opinions change week to week, right?
Nah, this is
And
bad.
I know, and that's nothing because I'm a human. This goes into a bigger topic that I want to talk about a while ago. I don't know if
Right.
you guys remember when I sent through that thesis, but it was like I'll find it maybe later in this episode. But it was like every week to week, like my opinions will change on things, or I'll hear something and I'll take it at face value and run with it. And then I'm like, you read more
And then you
information
get
during the week, and you're like, nah. I don't know if I want people to think you know what I mean? So, all I'm saying is, take it with a grain of salt
I'm only
every time.
human.
Here to entertain. I'm here to have a conversation. The other thing is, we have the listeners or people that tune in or whatever, it's like, they also have the same dilemma in their mind of like, I change my opinions all the time, but theirs is just not on camera.
Yeah, for the rest of the
for
world.
sure.
to see.
That's what.
Yeah.
That's a
The
difference.
problem
And the thing is, also consistent listeners build up a rapport as well with us, so they know what time it is. You know, so they can come on that journey with us and whatnot. But then the ones that it's like I heard this clip and you know what I mean? Those people don't know what's going on. Man. And then it was today. One of the scariest things that someone can say is, "Oh, like I checked out like your pod recently." I was like, God,
Nah, that's
what?
Yeah.
What? Or I saw a clip. I'm like, okay, what was it? Because I don't know who you want me to be right now.
Yeah.
Like, what is your next statement? Came in today at church. Someone goes, "Oh yeah, like my husband checked out your pod recently. He saw one of your clips." I was like, "Oh, what clip?"
Which one?
It was one that we just dropped about the girl.
Ah.
Yeah. I said, okay, man. She's like, I can't look at you guys the same. This is crazy. No,
Ah,
in a funny way.
yeah, no.
But I hear it, man. I really don't, and I forget. That's the thing as well. You just forget what you've said.
Yeah.
That's why I said, hey, let me just show up as myself every single time. So hopefully,
Literally.
hopefully that's all right.
Do you want to? Yeah, go.
No, I was gonna say that's actually so facts because I actually don't know if you listen from week to week. Someone came up to say, I have a problem with what you guys said.
I heard you like
bro, it was like 2 months ago. I was trying to figure out what I even said 2 months ago, you know. But
Bro, think about it. This amount of conversation constantly like this as well, this is kind of unnatural a little bit.
And to be honest, I sort of
Weekly, when you think about it.
It gets a bit
Yeah.
clouded for me as well because we obviously have our conversations off camera as well.
So I'm like,
I don't know what I say and what I don't say.
That's exactly what I'm saying. I was saying, no, I'm
even the
pretty sure.
reactions, yeah.
I'm pretty sure I said I don't like that, but I realized I said it
oh
off camera.
God. Intern, your next new role that you need to add is to watch everything back and just send us a summary.
Yeah. Carlos said this.
Yeah, Carlos, this is where you
Mama
stood.
said no. Daniel said, why
Their
not?
opinions.
Just run that through for your next jobs
Yeah.
now.
But I
are you
do
better-
like that we like, in a sense, wear our hearts on our sleeves. Like when it comes to this thing, like it's like because I would hope that we're all just being honest with our opinions on things because I think this was a topic that came up around the whole Olympics opening ceremony and like just watching people respond to it and whatnot. And then like I had just had this thought overall that I was like, we are so scared to agree. Like we're so scared to agree with someone that we go again, that we think, may not be, how do I say this properly?
Like favored by the public kind of thing.
All right, we're so scared to agree with someone that we don't like
Yeah.
based on where we mostly sit,
Yeah.
that we are more willing to go against our internal feelings, right? So, for example, it's like I see a lot of people where it's like really struggle to agree with Candace Owens on something, really struggle to agree with Kamala Harris on something, really struggle to agree with Piers
Andrew
Morgan
Tate.
on something, all that kind of stuff. Andrew Tate on something, like all this kind of stuff. And I'm just like, it is okay to just be like, that specific thing, I can kind of agree with. I think we lost nuance in general when it comes to a lot of conversations because it's just this thing of like, these figures are so polarizing. And again, we mostly... Like, I think vast majority of people sit towards the middle on everything,
Yep.
right? And they'll lean a little bit over this side, a little bit over this side for different topics, whatnot. And the way, like, the internet works and stuff, it's like your algorithm then feeds you based on what side you'd seem to be sitting on. And then it feels like the end of the world if let's say, I don't know. All right, let's say I lean a little bit left. And then I hear something from Candace Owens and I'm like, kind of agree with that. Feels scary to say that because the tribe of people that I have following me and all this kind of stuff and whatnot is going to be like, what do you mean you like Candace? It's like, Candace.
I was about to say,
I think the problem is people don't know how to differentiate between what you're agreeing on and the actual person as well. Because you're agreeing with what she's saying. It's like we think you agree with Candace.
Yeah. Well, I think that... And I think where the flip side of that is then you disagree with people like that and you're only disagreeing to appear far from those characters, right? And so, I mean, like obviously it's a rinsed conversation, but like with the opening ceremony of the Olympics, it was like, I remember seeing a whole bunch of Christians that were doing like this is actually about something else. Like and it's all you're trying to do is make it look like you don't resonate with the evangelical Christians that are losing their minds over this. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't want to... It's like, bro, it's okay to be like, I'm offended about this. And I don't like these people that are also offended about this. You know?
These people are still not representative of
me.
all that kind of thing.
But when it comes to my opinion on this, I have this
I
opinion.
agree with this.
You know
I think
what
a lot of people just don't want to go to battle with these things.
Yeah.
Because you doing that just means that now all of a sudden everyone's sending you messages, everyone's replying.
How about don't reply to them?
And then now they're like, far out. Now I actually have to go and explain to every single person why. So I can get it from that point of view. And obviously, if you just agree with everyone, some people just go ahead with that route instead.
That nuance thing is a tricky.
Yeah.
It's a very interesting thing to like think about and talk about, right? Because I guess for one, we feel, for most things, we feel like there should be this is the answer to this, or this is where this thing's. I'll read
like an
something
objective truth.
Yeah, and I was thinking about this earlier this week. It's very random. You like bring it up now as well. So I was reading, doing all my Bible plan, by the way, guys. You know,
I
I'm almost
noticed.
done for the year. Yeah, we're getting there. It says a wise person thinks a lot about death, but while a fool only thinks about having a good time. And then there was another verse. This is Ecclesiastes 7, by the way. Another verse goes, pay attention to these instructions. For anyone who fears God will avoid both extremes. So I was reading that, right? And I was like,
that.
so if we're just talking about the death and the good time one, it says a wise person thinks a lot about death while a fool only thinks about having a good time. Yeah. I was like, I guess why it's good to think about death is because it makes you automatically think about life. And what you're doing in your life, right? And then the subsequent verse talks about how fearing God and knowing God is the key behind living a wise life. I was like, so God speaks towards balance for a lot of things as well? Like there's balance in terms of like, because especially as a Christian or thing, like you think about objective truths most times. So you read something like the Bible, there's truths. And then it's like, but even within that, you still have to take those with nuance and balance. I'm like, so how do you do this well?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think like Jesus is a great example of this actually, when they want to stone the prostitute.
Yeah.
Right?
Beautiful.
And he goes, all right, which of you has no sin?
Yeah. Cast the first stone.
Go for it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm waiting.
Everyone starts walking away. From oldest to youngest.
Man really said, I'll wait.
Yeah. And they walked away from oldest to youngest.
Yeah.
Right? And so like, based on that, you'd be like, feminist, pro this, pro that, whatnot. And then he turns around to her and says, and you just cut this out.
Yeah.
Stop
Go
doing
away,
this.
sin no more.
Yeah. Right? And then if you were just to take that portion of it, you're like, hey, mate,
Clearly something was wrong
you're
with what
against
she was
her.
doing.
You hate the slut walk or whatever. You know what I mean? Like it's like, no, there's a real balance here. It's like, yo, this, not with it. This, also not with it. Yeah. Both can be true.
It's crazy, man. So literally, I was just like, how do you then, what is that?
I think
like, how do you have objective truth and then find balance
I think
that?
what it is, we want to figure people out. Like, we want to know where you stand. And for an individual, it's like, okay, I want to be able to figure you out so I can put you in a box. Like, do you agree with A, B, C? You can't agree with A, C, D. But then, like, because then it confuses people. It's like, okay, how do I feel towards you? Do I like you? Do I not like you? Like, Candace Owens is a very good example because there's so many things that she said that have been controversial. But as of late, like her, she's actually been popping up a lot on my YouTube page.
Heaps.
Yeah, and I've been just listening to her stuff and I'm like, you know what? If I were to just cancel her out, a lot of the things that she's saying like now and, a lot of things that she's standing by, I'm like, it's not wrong. Like, what's the outrage? Where's the outrage with it? So it's like, okay, are people just like, do they just want to be able to figure you out, like without you being complicated, without you saying, okay, I stand for these things, but not for these things type of. So I don't know what it is.
It always kills me on the Candace's comments.
Why am I agreeing with Candace?
Without fail, you be so many people, not me agreeing with Candace. What's going on here right now?
It's been a while since I've watched her stuff, but I know she speaks more towards the facts, stats, right? I don't think she gives a lot of her actual opinions. I think she goes.
I think it's very. You can use stats to
sort of
speak to your.
But I think
opinion,
you know those people that sort of my opinion is best of what is the facts, full stop, right? If you're telling me that,
but even those people, there needs to be nuance in your interpretation of the facts as well. Though,
but it's hard because if you're saying 70% of people that live in this area are bad, now if I'm saying okay, cool, those people are bad, that's based on the facts.
Yeah, but
okay,
then
but this
now
is
the
similar to
context
the
behind the facts.
similar to the conversation
I know,
that we
because
have.
it's because
so
a lot
much
deeper,
nuance.
yeah.
I was gonna say why, and this is probably why, to what Ma was saying, why we want to always figure people out. Our brains are always lazy, right? So our brains try to look for the shortest route to information possible, and I'll get to it a bit more. So the easiest thing, and how we function is typically off of association, off of categories and whatnot. Like in our minds, we group things in order to make it easier. That's why we have when you think about trying to remove so many biases from conversations all the time, it's quite impossible sometimes because we've just automatically our brain set up so many kind of like parameters in terms of this is just the easiest way to information to pull out information to understand something. Like for example, I associate dark skin immediately in my head to African immediately. I'm not taking into consideration that there'll be dark skinned people in Iraq, there'll be dark skinned people in Brazil. You know what I mean? Like, and our brains, like typically you just see that and then you start to
go,
that's how it
even
moves.
worse.
The Sahara under it. That's
Boom.
probably where they're from.
That's where they're from, I'm assuming, in this generation.
Yeah.
But then, like, for example, you'll go to a Tanzania, you have very, very light-skinned people there, like borderline Indian, like Anglo-Indian skin tones and whatnot, you know what I mean? I don't like the way he tried to...
I didn't do anything.
But real quick on that, some's not even African. Sometimes it's like dark skin Sudanese. And then you're like, oh, I'm Kenyan. Oh,
where'd that one come from?
Yeah.
So I think like that, and that's what we do when it comes to even nuances and whatnot. Nuance is energy expending to try to understand that.
Yeah.
to figure that out, because it costs you to figure something out now. You have to spend time to understand it, as opposed to just, this is the truth, this is what I'm sticking to.
Do you think
this is where I'm
nuance
at.
is loving though?
Do I think nuance, I believe,
Is
is
loving,
It
right?
has to be, yeah.
Because
it
it
figures
costs
it out.
something.
Yeah.
Giving message.
Yeah. But it really does. Like, it's like it takes effort to sit there and like hear someone out based on their opinions and all this, and like accept that they aren't A, B, C, D. They might be A and C and
It's so
J and
hard,
R.
especially like with the world of social media as well.
Yeah.
You see what kind of content people are posting. So you're saying, so you really agree with that? All right, cool. You know, just based on that.
Because I know you've said something before where you're like, there's like certain individuals that you just can't figure out.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But is that not frustrating though? Can that not also come?
I
Like,
can't have those people in my life. You're scary to me.
You don't know the next move.
yeah, see, so
I don't know
Figure
the
out.
next move.
Like, what do you mean by figure out?
Figure out, for
Yeah,
example,
I'll say
for
that,
me,
yeah.
someone I can't figure out isn't somebody that doesn't fit a mold. It's somebody
Yeah.
that doesn't.
Someone that
Like, for example, let's say, take Daniel, right? It's like, okay, he likes Candace Owens. He also likes Joe Biden, for example, right? And it's like, okay, cool. I can figure out that he is pretty centrist, right? And like, he's not swayed easily, or I'm figuring him out. It's just not the labels that we already have, maybe, right? But then it's like if I'm like, he doesn't like this one, or it's not even that he doesn't like, it's like, I don't know. He doesn't say what he likes and dislikes.
Even beyond
That's the one that I'm spun. I'm like, one, I think you're the most boring people in the world. Two, I'm like, what do you mean? Like you have no opinion on nothing. Now I'm like, I don't understand where this can go in terms of a friendship or relationship or acquaintance.
In terms of that, it's a very interesting one because you said, does it become frustrating?
Let me speak to more to even add context in when I typically say that. So I always say that there's, how many people do I have now? I think 3.
yeah.
I said that there's 3 people, I just can't figure them out. There's 3 specific, I just can't understand.
People like actually,
Yeah, like actual people.
Not like a mold of a, no, there's 3 individuals that I can't understand
Okay, interesting.
who they actually present themselves
Oh my
as.
God, is this segue into top 3 people Daniel can't comprehend?
Hella.
Patron.
But you know what I mean? Like I said, Patreon is going to be us just talking.
Yeah, nah,
Pressing Melbourne's gossip.
But no,
So
like,
3 people,
and it's
okay,
because they've shown up as so many different people, so many different times.
They're showing up
Right.
as
Not in terms of like
Like
you
they're
can't change.
inconsistent.
Inconsistent. So it's hard again nuance in what I'm trying to say right now. In terms of like, let me try and think about this. In terms of like, I just don't know if I can trust you because I don't know what you're on. You've shown this, then you've shown this,
Yeah.
then you change up on your this, then you change up on your that.
yeah, so
You
it's,
showed, and I see you present this to these people. I'm just like
like who,
chameleon. I'm like,
who are you?
especially those type of people. I keep them at arms. You know what I mean? I keep them at a certain distance in terms of like, sure you present this amazing side to me or whatnot, but I'm like, do you think I'm a stupid that I can't see this angle? You know what I mean? Like, and I'm like, those people that I can't figure out who you are trying to be or who you are.
Yeah.
And it's different from someone trying to understand themselves. It's people where it's like, this almost looks like it's intentional.
Yeah.
Do you know what
But
I'm
Where
saying?
you leave
have you
your life.
gotten deeper?
Sorry, what do you mean? What are you saying to me right now?
Because when I think of
Question or request?
Don't do this again.
because
40, mate.
when it comes down to going back to my point and now your point as well, who's held accountable here? Is it you that's held accountable because you can't figure them out, or is it also them? Like, is it 100% them? You know,
Yes, and I'll tell you why. Because
100% them,
because
you're
I've
saying.
also been a confidant
Okay.
for all these people.
All right.
So it's not like I haven't spent time trying to understand.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
This is
yeah.
like,
So this is 100% you kind of situation.
bro,
Okay, yeah.
I'm an understanding person.
I was
I
gonna
can't
say-
understand.
Because I was gonna say, obviously, some people like if you say you don't understand this person, okay, is it
Is it on me or is it on them?
Yeah. Because what if I come in and I'm like, I know who this person is, but you can't, but you're getting frustrated. But is it your, capacity to be able to understand that person? If you got what I'm saying,
I
in terms
hear
of what like your level of thinking and how deep or observing this particular person.
I think if you get to that level with someone where it's like they come to me for life advice or they come to me for like any type of, comfort and stuff, then I think you should be able to know the person.
Yes.
How am I going to
Yeah,
advise
yeah,
you on
sure,
life,
yeah.
on situations? And this is my thought that I have of you, where it's like, I don't know who you are outside of our friendship or our relationship type of thing. So
I think they're still trying to. Anyone that's like that, I think they're just trying to find themselves.
Sometimes I don't think they're trying to find themselves. I think
Maybe they don't know they try. Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
it's one of those where
I
they
think
lost,
love
but they don't
being
know
in
that
the
they're
thick of
lost.
it. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
You know what it is? It allows them to be everywhere.
That it be every no accountability maybe
Everywhere with no
sometimes, or-
accountability and aware of all the information.
It's peak, bro.
Those are the people that complain a lot.
I
Complain, gossip, all that.
in line with this.
Also, my opinion might change next week.
Next you might be
Don't hold me to it.
yeah, it hold me to it. I love that.
In line with this, let's since we're here, we'll do top 3 after. I was thinking recently, yeah. I
No
feel
way.
huh?
That's a change.
Big change, big news.
He's thinking.
I was just thinking this, and it just came to me. I was like, I feel like we need to be able to call people goofy a little bit more. And not just the word goofy, but call out goofy acts, right?
Like, what's good?
You know, when I started hearing the word goofy again, like regularly, it was a couple weeks ago. There was this video on TikTok. This dad gives his son, they like fishing.
Yeah.
Like little kid,
Yeah.
And they're just gonna throw the fish back afterwards. And so it's like almost in a swampy area, so it's kind of muddy. There's some water, but then it's like deeper a little bit on. And he goes, just throw it back. And the kid throws it. But he throws it, the fish just lands in mud. And you just hear a slap. And the dad just goes, no, goofy.
Man, I feel like
And from there, I just keep hearing people call
Everywhere,
people
yeah.
because I keep hearing this word because I was trying to figure out. I'm like,
Give us a
man,
definition. You got it or?
it was just being like
I read
it's
it.
like silly, ridiculous, and that sort of vibe. Because for me, I always associated goofy with like
the dog from Disney.
yes, there's that, but also I never looked at guys as goofy. You know what I mean? Like I think. back then,
Okay, so like the cutesy goofy.
You're like
Right.
you're goofy because
Yeah,
your personality
obviously,
out there
playful.
is silly. You're
Obviously,
joking.
I'm saying goofy as just the word. I'm saying call out stupidity, call out.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
But that's all under goofy now.
Yes.
Apparently.
Yeah.
Or in what I'm saying for
Yeah,
the
no,
content.
but apparently
So-
everyone now.
What I mean, yeah, and I was really thinking about this. I was like, how much grace should we? Bro, I was pondering.
No,
guys.
but you have to give me a situation of like you're being so goofy.
Yeah, well, I mean, in line with what we're talking about right now in terms of nuance and understanding people,
Yeah.
I was really thinking and struggling with it a little bit during this week. I was just like, how much grace should we be giving people? Obviously, endless amount of grace, all right? God's given us so much grace ourselves. We love because
Yeah,
He
yeah.
loves
We
us.
can't say our grace is capped.
You get me? But then I was just like, okay, so what does correction properly look like in this world? How do you do that properly for people? Because I've been seeing some goofy behaviors, man. And just, again, coming down to like no accountability sometimes. Like, yeah, I can't do too much now.
Yeah.
But like, you just observe some things and I'm just like, what planet are you on?
Yeah. I'm willing to.
Like, yeah, I want to be more confident in the call out.
Confident in the call out.
Confident in the call out and allow.
What does the call out look like?
Yeah, like and
does
call
that
out
look
looks
and
like
how
me
close
being able
do
to
you have to be to call out?
And yeah, it comes to that as well. The call out looks like me being able to go under the comment on a post or something, and be like, "No,
Yeah,
honestly,
this is not it.
This is
This
kind of
fit
goofy."
did not eat.
No, I'm not roasting fish.
You
right.
what?
Oh, sorry.
Bro, you know who we need to, Charlemagne the God.
Right.
This guy, I don't know if you guys watch his interviews.
The prince of
but
pissing people off.
He's just, he calls it out. Like if you're goofy, it's like, nah, that's not it, man. That's not it.
Bro.
But that's like
Carmichael. No,
Wasn't
Lakeith.
calm. Like
Lakeith.
rap freestyling. Nah.
Bro, it's like,
His face.
it's like, yeah, nah, bro, that's not it.
I think what it is you.
he's
Okay,
calling
well,
it out.
there's haterade. There's being a generational hater, but then there's also never having to try and not having the fear of being called out, because it's like I told you to your face I didn't like this. I wasn't talking about it behind your back,
back.
and then now that word has gotten around to you. I already told you I'm not a fan of this. Like, what does it look like in a world where you can actually just be able to easily, simply call out? I think the problem is we think people can't take something sometimes, and not even we know people can't take.
No, but it's also the proximity. Like, if you're not close to the
think
person,
that's
what's
the
your
thing.
problem?
I think that's the thing.
What's your issue? Yeah.
Because Daniel or Carl or you can like fully, you know, be like, hey, Noor, I actually think, what the hell are you doing right now? Blah, 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 whatnot, and go into it. And I would be
no,
like,
I don't
I'd
like
listen.
how you said the S word last week.
S word?
No, they didn't hear it because I blurted it out.
No, you didn't.
What's the S word?
Oh, nah, that can run.
Wait, no, that's calling out
Said it
goofy
again
behavior.
this week.
That can run.
He
I
just
said
said
it
it
before.
before.
I said-
I'm just
anyway.
joking. Yep.
But then it's like if somebody that I don't know very well, like I say something and then they just go, and that's it. I'm like, hey. You know what I mean? So it's like,
I'm even talking about this, just correction.
But you're saying to do it under the comments.
No,
Like on
that-
the
that's
comment
an example.
but it means like even like
That's
on a
exactly how you
one-on-one
call
kind of
out.
thing. I'm not against it.
Okay,
Because
someone,
it's more like just living honestly on my end.
Yes,
that's
yeah,
more.
yeah.
I think if,
That's
if,
what I'm
if,
saying.
it's-
I
if
want
you
like,
approach
just
it
be
from
more
like just
honest.
me being honest, right, as opposed to me trying to correct you, right? But like so, for example, someone goes like, "Oh, I'm thinking of doing this event, that, blah blah," and it's like gonna run it this way. And I'm just like,
Honestly,
because normally, if like I'm not close, I'm just going, "Oh yeah, that's dope."
yeah.
But I think I need to start being like, "Yeah, not gonna lie, I don't think the city's feeling that."
Damn, that becomes
Because our life shut.
that becomes so hard now because it's
Because you do sound like a hater.
because now
what I'm saying.
But
I'm
it's,
like,
you gotta
what
be
is the
constructive.
balance?
You gotta be
like,
constructive.
where's the level of like
the sandwich.
support?
the sandwich, yeah.
It's not the sandwich. It's
Oh,
not the
it's not the
sandwich.
sandwich. It's not the sandwich.
Because you're a hater if you're actually just trying to fully kill it, kill the dream that they have, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like the constructiveness is going like that way. I don't think it's gonna work.
I think it's
That's
very-
being honest. Maybe try this, that. You know what I'm saying? Or like, or in my mind, maybe this could work better for you instead. If I just go, I don't think that's gonna work, and that's it.
Yeah.
It's like, well, where do we go from here?
For example.
I think it's very hard because I think there'd be a pressure from their own perspective. To give you guys example, we were working on an event with someone, right, trying to help him out with a particular platform, whatever. It's something that's been done before. He hasn't done it before, but his friend has done it before, right? So his friend is like, hey, this is how you should do it. I don't think this is gonna work, boom, 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 whatever it is. Like he's adding his thoughts to it. Because what we're trying to do is something completely different, something new that hasn't really been done with this particular community yet. Right? Yeah, but his friend's like, I don't think that community is gonna feel it like that. They're not ready for that. And then the event happened, successful, whatever. His friend sent him and said, you proved me wrong.
Yeah, you can be unfamiliar
yeah,
with games.
That was me with TD and friends.
yeah.
I didn't see the value in it,
Yeah.
and then as soon as we
Then
got
it
out, I was like,
happened.
hey, I'm proving
But
wrong.
then now I think it's how that comment, like how do we say that sort of stuff, right? Because if you say, hey, I don't think it's gonna work like this is more of like let me try it out.
Yeah.
So it's very hard in terms of finding that balance because at the same time you're also trying to believe in your friend and you're also trying to support them, but how do you also
dreams. No.
how do you also do that as well? Funny enough, I had a conversation with someone else like 2 days ago, and we're just talking about like the whole friendship and business world as well, and like how that what's sort of going on, and it was just like a lot of people are not ready for that conversation because I think when it comes to friends and business, a lot of people catch feelings, right? And what I was saying, and I actually believe this, I think a lot of people are very talented in their craft, right? But I don't think they're fully ready for the business aspect of things. So what I mean by business aspect is, Noor, if I'm working with you, I think you had a topic a while ago about business or corporate friends or whatever, right?
Speaking to your friends. in
Speaking to
corporate.
your friends. But if you say, hey, bro, here's a contract to do a website for you guys, boom, boom, and then you don't do to that stand and said, hey, bro, I'm not going to pay that much because that wasn't what we asked for, boom, boom, right? I know you're ready for that conversation, and that's not going to affect us going to lunch the next day, right? But also, how ready are we for this type of conversations? You're amazing at your craft as MC, as a developer, as this, whatever. But what about that side of things as well? Which is something that I kind of struggled with. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, it's just
Bro, I'm ready to be honest, bro.
yeah. I don't know. The correction part is a bit tough.
Somebody told me. I started trying this the other day. Somebody goes, I thought you would be at so and so event. I was like, I'm gonna be honest with you. Kind of sick of a lot of these conversations.
Yeah.
Hey, to be honest,
I'm just not feeling it. They go like, don't you do a podcast? Conversation.
Conversations.
And I was like, honestly, yeah, but we're
Bewildered.
just having fun with it. That one's not fun.
Oh,
That was
man.
stunned, bro.
That's hilarious. But also in terms of correction, is do you just approach someone for correction, or do they have to ask you?
Nah, I'm ready to.
Oh, you're just, hey, bro.
Hey, bro, that doesn't match.
Bro, this is what I'm saying. I'm not talking haterade.
it's like,
I'm
bro, I did
talking
not
about
ask you.
calling out goofiness.
Character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And not like I'm the holder and keeper of character myself.
Yeah, but
I'm
I'm
open
decent.
for this. I'm open to this myself. You know what I mean? But I was just like, man, we just let so much slide, and then it just perpetuates, and then it grows and festers into other worse things. Like there's just so many.
Yeah.
I see so many people walking around with no accountability. I'm like, I want to call out. I just need to call out this goofiness and just.
Let them know.
Yo, do you look at yourself in the mirror sometimes?
Do you find
That
most
kind
of
of
the
vibe.
time those characters you couldn't pinpoint who their closest friends are? And maybe that's why there's no accountability?
Good people, the closest friends.
I hear this one.
Because anybody right now that I'm thinking, oh, you're a bit goofy.
Because
I can't say who your closest friends are.
because what you can do when you can see their closest friends is typically also be able to understand what their character
What the
is.
character's like.
Like
so they're
you
close
see
friends.
trends. I hear that. Yeah. Nah, that fits for sure.
Yeah.
With people. Yeah.
I think
crazy, man.
I think a lot of people are just not ready for, because you're correcting it.
Yeah.
You also have to leave a percentage of this friendship not working out as well.
Yeah.
I think
100%.
Sure.
that's just the reality of it as well. Like I'm not saying it's like 50% not working out. It could literally be that 5%.
Yeah.
Because that person is just
Today's the day that 5%
they'll
will
take
work.
it. Yeah, they'll take it. They're like, all right, cool. But deep inside, they're like, all right, cool. I have to, I'm gonna
Yeah.
keep a bit of a distance from this person.
Yeah.
And then before you know it, you guys don't hang out anymore.
Literally. Top 3.
Yes, sir. Let's
We're
do
all a
it.
bit goofy in our own ways.
100%, man.
Yeah, but my
Yeah.
character's not goofy.
You're what?
My character is not goofy.
So I have to change the word goofy to how I use it now, huh?
If I just honestly, guys, if I just comment under something that I just say
Say goofy?
goofy, you
Don't worry,
know,
I'll come like it.
you know what it means.
Nah, you're right. We need
Like,
to
nah,
come and say,
goofy.
nah, this ain't it, man.
Or they can come here and we'll call them out right on this seat, right
I
here.
wanted to reply to someone's story. I think they're dropping music. I was gonna say,
Oh,
You know what's funny? Sorry, before we jump into this.
yeah, this is not it.
The other day, I was with a friend of ours, and we were just chatting about people that do music. And he was like, I don't really believe this person's music. I don't really believe this person. This guy doesn't drop anything and they suck. And I was like, bro, I'm so glad I'm
Yeah.
not the only person having these feelings. Because I'm not going to lie. I'm trying to think. I'm just not trying to be a hater. There are
I was
Don't
thinking
put
like,
a number to it. Just say few, bro. Okay, dude.
yeah, it's like, yeah, hey.
two
If you think you're that too, then
good
fantastic.
rappers in Melbourne
Yeah.
at this point.
What
There's
about
two.
singers?
Uh,
Plethora?
Oh, you gotta say the name?
people that can sing or people that put out good music.
People that put out good music.
3 or 4.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Shout out to CD. She's really good. I'm not being funny. I'm actually not. CD's an artist. We actually wanted her on our
You
live
wanted
show
her,
last
yeah,
year.
I
Yeah,
remember.
she's really good.
I
I
was
started
just
listening to
trying
her
to
stuff.
see
Yeah.
who-
And
Go ahead,
Shanae's the other one. Her
So that's your
tape
top
is
two.
really
Alright,
good.
cool, got it.
That's singers. So there's two more singers. Yeah, no, I'm serious. A lot of the guys that are rapping, I'm like, I don't really want to.
No, that's how they sound. Mm-hmm.
No, it's not even that. It's the ones that are trying to do like, okay, this is what it is.
Here we are.
Please
honest.
don't rap like you're gonna change my life.
What?
I hate the guys that rap like they're trying to change my life.
How does
Whoa,
how does that rap
What
go?
does that sound like?
Like,
I'm trying to figure it out.
like it just sounds like you're trying to. Sounds like you're trying to sell me a NutriBullet. It's that same vibe. You know what I mean? Like, then you get the NutriBullet, it's gonna make your life amazing. Well, the lyrics are on the same kind of vibe. Where it's like, yeah, and then you gotta think consciousness, and then you gotta think that. It's just like, shut the.
Are there
frick
that many?
up. There's
Yeah.
like 4 of them.
Oh, I didn't even know.
down.
Pig.
Yeah.
They all suck. They all suck.
And
just
no one's
being
on my
honest.
radar anymore. It's been a while.
Yeah, that's how
Yeah,
much you
no
know
one's
you're not
dropping
tapping
music
in
as
there.
well. That's the other thing.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't really have
Crazy
anyone
out
on my
here,
radar. All right.
All right, top 3.
Cool. Today's top
Wow.
3 is
tight.
top 3 regrets people often have
Ooh.
on their deathbeds or like as they reach an old age.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Wow, well done.
Yeah, I gotta clap.
Clap it up, clap it up.
Clap it
Sound
up.
like
Carlos, stop jumping.
Stop jumping, Carlos.
You guys are so rude. Oh god.
Top
Alright,
3
cool.
regrets people have on their deathbed.
deathbed.
Yes, on their deathbed / old
Yeah,
age.
sorry, dog, you might have to get up.
Oh my days, that's a good one.
All right, so today's top 3 is top 3 regrets that people often have on their deathbeds. Who would like to kick us off?
All right, I'll go.
Send it.
This is very hard. So I just thought, if that was me, what would I regret?
Yeah.
So number 1 is forgiveness,
Okay.
right? Not forgiving people, not letting go of those
Yeah.
things. Number 2 is not spending enough time with loved ones. I was like, man, I should have spent enough time with my brother, my niece, blah, blah, blah. And number 3, I just said not sending it, right? So
Yeah,
that's,
don't piss me off.
That's nice.
yeah, but not
Well, I
sending
know
obviously
you-
it's like opportunities that's
Yeah.
come your way, or you just, or your parents are saying, do this way. It's like, I should have just done that. So yeah, that's my top 3.
That's a good one. All right. No regrets. Not enough time with loved ones, first.
That's number 2.
Not speaking up, second, right? So like kind of letting people walk over them in different places, all that kind of stuff. But also not speaking up in terms of like
Issue.
reaching out to people and like when issues have happened and stuff, and just like saying, "Oh, I felt this way," and then reconcile from there, kind of thing. 3, not taking up travel and experiences and all those kind of things. And
That's good.
honorable mention was like working too much.
Okay, yeah, like not taking
Very
a break
nice.
kind of thing, balancing life. Nice.
Mine doesn't work as well because my name is not Noor, but it's
gosh.
Chief No Regrets Olasoji.
Regrets.
Broken relationships or bonds, I think is something that people would really regret. Not pursuing a certain career.
As you're dying, I knew I should have been an OnlyFans model.
No, like as in not that, like
Should've been
you
a
spent
doctor.
time
Like,
too
I
much
didn't-
in the wrong industry. You didn't get to enjoy.
I didn't meet my calling.
That's what I mean. You get me? Yeah.
Have it.
Should
You're
have said
welcome.
it. That's what I mean.
Yeah, sure.
And then not pursuing a certain love interest.
love
letting
interest.
I think the
one-
love one
the one
comes
that's
got
so
away.
deep, bro.
Wait, hold on. Wait, what do you like? Should
Spend time with the wrong loved one.
Bro, I
Letting
People
that one
regret that?
go away.
You did, yeah.
I
You,
think
the one
so.
that got
Bro,
away.
the one that got away. I think
First
that was a big
love.
one. I heard some girl
Wow.
talking about
Yeah,
something
okay.
on TikTok, and she goes, like, oh, it was Anna Paul. That's what it was. It was Anna Paul, and
Paul's
she
one of
ran
the
into
greatest
her
philosophers
ex
today.
guy. Whatever, I don't know if
Glenn,
that, And she goes, I was at the store because he was in the vlog with her.
Yeah.
A recent one. And I was like, oh, I thought they'd bring another one up.
Yeah.
And she's like, I look up, I come out the store, and I'm like, oh, I could recognize that head in that, like his head
Yeah,
in
whoa. 'Cause
in
like, you know.
in any universe, in
Yeah.
any lifetime. And I was like, far, like someone like that, you're gonna be on your deathbed and think, Glenn.
yeah.
wow.
Should have stayed.
Yeah, wow.
That
That's
is a deep
crazy,
one.
right?
That is a very deep
So it'll
one
be
for
very
sure.
interesting if people on the deathbed and go, damn, I really should have just gone with that person and I spent more time with this person.
But it's the worst when like your loved one is next to you holding your hand.
Yeah, but you don't say, you just keep it in your
I
head.
know.
Isn't that so crazy?
Give me
Just
that.
imagine your partner felt that way.
No, that's crazy.
Yeah. But yeah. And by the way, this is not me like Carlos, oh, what would I regret? Oh, this is just what I think other people, just in case you think that I think I'm pursuing the wrong love interest. Yeah.
Interesting.
I got no. Yeah.
All right,
I'm
cool.
curious to hear this.
So, and there was actually like a book that was written by someone who worked in palliative care as well. So this is kind of like
That's
based
an
on it.
Yeah, that's-
And she did like a very thorough research with like a lot of people.
That's a type of anthropologic research.
It's pretty very interesting. All right, cool. So in number 5, we've got not allowing themselves to just be happier. So doing things that they enjoy and not just being content in, what they have around them type of thing.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, number 5. Okay.
That's
cool.
number 5. Yes.
Okay,
In
I don't
number
think I
4,
touched on my top 3 yet.
number 4, we've got losing touch with friends and family.
Broken
So
relationships.
yeah, I guess not maintaining important friendships or relationships over the years, neglecting it,
we've all got
and
that.
all of that. In number 3, we've got not expressing their feelings.
Speaking
Damn.
up.
Oh,
So
love
speaking
interest.
up no.
Not pursuing a love interest. Don't phase me off.
That's what I
Let
thought
me
it
let
was.
me
Oh,
read.
sorry,
let
let
me
land
read.
on
Oh,
Yeah.
so what I said,
Yeah.
not speaking up.
Some wish
I
that
landed.
some wish that they had been more open and honest with their emotions, leading to deeper connections with loved ones.
Yeah, don't piss me off, mate.
Wait, how does this work? Wait, so who got it?
Not pursuing it. Yeah, we both kind of got it. I got it a
Nah,
little bit more.
that's not the same.
Not pursuing a love. Oh,
What was yours
I'm
again?
gonna actually.
Not speaking up.
I'm gonna implode.
Okay.
You.
I guess because
Wait.
it had loved ones specifically.
So wait, what are you saying? Love is in my Word.
I will keep.
Just give it to him, bro. He's gonna yell.
We'll keep going because someone else might get top place, anyways.
Yeah, this
All right, in number
man's
two.
fighting for-
I think
In
forgiveness is
number
definitely
two,
number one.
Such a dirty
this
mouth.
this person just missed out on it. Working too much.
Honorable
People
mention.
often regret spending too much time at work,
Yeah, that's
costing them
big.
their personal relationships
Oh.
and life experiences.
Even if I want forgiveness, then we don't live in a good society. we don't live in a good world.
This guy's changing the whole world just to make you stop doing work.
100%.
But I guess you can put that under like losing touch with friends and family because you've
Yeah,
had
look.
If I get a point, I'll
fallouts.
take it.
And then in number
If forgiveness is number one, you'll take 2 points.
Yeah, 100%.
in number one, we've got not having the courage to live their authentic
Yeah,
selves.
not
So
pursuing a certain career.
Wait.
following dreams and desires.
Wait,
Just not following your
hey,
dreams
how's
and
that not
desires.
sending it?
That's
No.
This is a very hard one.
Yeah, man,
Today's
like,
today's
how's
quite
that not-
difficult.
Can I be honest?
What did
Yeah.
what's your say?
Yours is probably most consistent with what has happened.
Not
'cause
sending it.
considering
So that's
on-
number
on-
3.
doesn't
Do you
count.
have any that have been
travel and experiences.
No mention of travel.
Not speaking
I
up.
can't lie.
Not enough time
this
with
fits
loved
with
ones.
all things you've said.
No, it's
This fits with every single thing she said.
I'll take your number 2 as the number
As the
one
as the
because
number
it's
one.
not like
Yeah.
following
Wait,
through with
this
your
one is
dreams
number
and
3,
desires.
and this one is
hold on.
So you
what
pretty
was number
technically
one?
got-
number 1 was not
It's-
following your dreams and
I want to hear
desires.
what
Yeah.
I want to hear the definition.
not having the courage to live a life true to themselves.
Yeah, and then expand on it. What it
And so
continues to
that's
say.
many regret living according to others' expectations rather than following their own
Yep.
dreams.
How's
and
I not
desires.
sending it?
Nah, you can shut your stinking mouth.
I
Do you think a lot of people regret ladies?
Sorry.
Do you think a lot of people regret ladies?
What does that mean? What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Like, do you think a lot of people regret ladies in their life?
This is a good point.
Oh.
What do you think? This guy just looked at me, raised eyebrows. He's like, "Hey, what are we in right now?"
Yeah, because now you said, "Oh, I get it." Like,
No,
what do you get?
I think I get it, but I don't think.
Yeah, ladies.
I actually just thought you meant actually like ladies. I quit this podcast.
All right, sorry.
I'll give you that one, Daniel.
Give it to Daniel.
I'll give it to
Thank
Daniel.
you.
So you tell me there's no forgiveness?
Nah, dog.
That's so wild to
Not
me.
but
everyone
think about
cares
it.
for that though.
Hey, why don't you just forgive her and get over it?
Because this is what I'm thinking,
No,
yeah?
'cause, bro, it's
No,
like-
but think about it. If you've chosen to not forgive someone, that's your decision.
Yeah.
And forgiveness is for yourself.
Yeah.
I can see it in the context of I didn't forgive my friend, which meant now they've become a
They're
distant
not even-
person.
Yeah, it's like I regret
Yeah, but
not
then,
just...
how many friendships like that do you have though?
I actually don't know.
All of them.
My friends are good friends, so...
Amen.
Yeah, so you don't need to forgive anyone.
Wow, interesting.
Yeah, that's very interesting. Working in palliative care would bring
Hey, what's that book
bring
called, by
very
the way?
interesting things to your mind.
Tuesdays with Maury.
And that's a banger book. Tuesdays with More is a banger book.
Bro, it's like that verse in terms of like considering death, the wise consider death. That'd be wild to be working around people that are constantly on the way out. Like,
Bro, you know what's
Yeah.
funny is you get
funny at
desensitized
all,
to an
bro.
extent about death when
Yeah.
you are in that space a lot. Not
Do you think-
desensitized.
I don't think so.
I think so. I think as in it becomes you are aware of how routine it is.
Yeah.
you're aware of the
Yes.
realities
Right.
and routine of
Because
life.
for the average person, it's like they hear about a death every few years that is somewhat close to them, right? But it's like if you're working with people in those kind
You know
of
what?
vulnerable
Yeah.
spaces, it's weekly,
I do agree
daily,
with
whatever,
you.
right? I know a girl that was working with somebody who was like pretty like high risk or not, and then they passed away. She goes, "Man, like I just lost a whole client."
Oh my gosh.
I was like, she was
She's
like,
like,
"That
"My
was 5K a
workload's
month off that one."
Oh my days.
I was like, "Yeah, fair."
Wow, I just lost a whole... She said, damn.
Nah, yeah, your proximity to a certain something sometimes does change that. Because I've been thinking about it a lot
Yeah,
when
it
it comes to like you see it in my space of work, especially when like, especially in like some fundraising aspects of things, some people leave monies in their wills. So now you're like, this guy is just still alive. He's just still here. You know what I mean? Like in the team meeting, I'm like,
Yeah.
like that's a life, bro. But I hear it like that's $4.5 million or something.
We're just budgeting for his death.
You know what I'm like? But like,
How crazy is that?
Nah, hey, that's so wild.
That's like America. They have a massive issue with that. Like is it life insurance when you take out like a life policy or something? Help me out. Like on someone's life, and then if they pass, it gets given to the person that it's been. So like you'll see partners literally putting a hit on their
the
partner
thing,
so
yeah.
that they can take the money out.
Right, yeah.
Which is just crazy to me. Like actually
That
crazy.
toxic love.
It's happening. I follow this guy on TikTok, talks about like all this crime stuff as well. But yeah, that's huge. Where literally a week before,
Get it.
Yeah, they'll take it out.
yeah, they'll take out like a policy insurance, $2.3 million, and then do a whole setup in the house, and then try to make it look like it was an accident.
Crazy.
Yeah,
Speaking of what you follow on TikTok,
I don't follow
This guy's
TikTok. It just pops up.
okay, fine. I don't follow it either, but what my TikTok is full with. Have you seen those Indian kids that play games for food?
Yes.
Wait, hold on.
Hasnain?
I love it.
Hasnain.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love those
Bro,
videos.
I sit there and watch every single one.
It's
So
so
it's about
funny.
like 8-ish kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I've seen this.
And they'll have
we
like
played the game at
little-
Lily's birthday.
Yeah.
Where the bottles and stuff.
yeah, they do all this
Did
kind
that
of
originate
stuff.
from
Yeah,
the
yeah.
kids, or I
Yeah,
feel like
yeah.
that
But
was
like
just
I don't know, this account is just massive, and it's the same kids. And like if they score or win or whatever, they get a piece of the food.
goodness gracious.
And it's like all of them like cheers. So it's like, let's say he scores, everyone be like, goal. And then if he misses, everyone goes, no.
Are they NPCs or what, bro? What's going on here?
And I love this content so much. And there's this one kid, Hasnain, bro. Hasnain doesn't lose. Hasnain's always winning, bro. That's the star of the show.
I love that. What the?
Oh,
Yeah.
I gotta check this content.
No, I
Like,
didn't see
it's
this.
such random
What's
content.
the actual
It's
page
very-
called?
I don't know.
You
just
just know
shows up.
Hasnain.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
knows Hasnain.
If I
bro.
search Hasnain now.
Yeah,
I'll
no, I'm
come
gonna find it after.
But
Also-
yeah, what was your thing? Going back to relationship
Relationship with death.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a sombrero conversation.
Sombrero conversation.
Somber.
Oh, right.
This is a somber conversation.
With a tequila.
But I mean, I told you guys about it because remember I was meant to talk about it last week, but I was like, let's just
yeah,
wrap it
you
up.
save it, yeah.
And then I shared what happened afterwards. So I was going for a walk as I do at work and whatnot. I normally do my nice little cheeky lap around the park, and it was like it got the nice window where the weather was good. So I dipped out, and then I was like, yeah, let me go and bop. And then suddenly it starts to get dark and gray. Starts to drizzle a little bit. I was like, damn, bro, what's going on with the weather? It honestly looked like this was a movie scene. Everything just started to look gloomy, right? But then I noticed that I started to just see a bunch of people around me. This guy's finishing me on this other angle. I can't not acknowledge what I'm
That's why you're
seeing.
smiling, telling the story.
Look at him, 'cause
Yeah, I
you
know.
guys weren't seeing what I was seeing this whole time.
Oh no!
He was looking at the curtain trying to compose himself.
Come on, man.
No, but it's not associated. But it
man.
just started getting gloomy, yeah? But anyways, it looked like it was a scene out of a movie. I just started seeing a lot of people, like, I started noticing, like, there's a
all
crowd of people
gathered,
around me. I was
yeah.
like, what's going on? And then I just hear, like, a wail. Not a whale, the animal, but a wail, a scream, like a loud one. I just saw someone, like, drop to the ground.
Damn.
Generally start, like, you know when you see someone's actually freaking out? Or,
Yeah.
like, you don't see that often, really, when you're out and about. And this person is, like, swinging their arms, kicking their feet, screaming and just wailing, right? Like proper lamentation, bro. Yeah. And I'm seeing like people kind of like holding them down. And then I look to the side and I'm seeing someone like they're just like, oh gosh. Like I could see that they're just like, oh, I don't know.
Defeated.
Defeated. Like almost like I don't know what we're gonna do. Then I started noticing that there's some people crying here, some people crying here. I'm like, bro, what is going on around me? This is what I interpreted has happened at this situation. And I look to my right, I'm like, oh shoot, true. The park is right opposite the hospital. So the hospital's right there.
That means,
I'm
yeah.
like, does that mean like maybe like they've had to turn the switch off on someone or someone passed away now or a freak accident and they've, it's been an emergency. They just got the news. And I was just in that moment. I kept on walking and I was like, oh, this is really sad. Like if that were to be the case, regardless, like someone wailing like that, something's very, very crazy has had to happen when you lose all decorum, like of just, I don't care what people are looking at me like. And I was just walking, I sat down on my, go back to my desk at work and I was just like, bro, what is that relationship with death and the reality of it that we have? Because it could happen to anyone. And especially in my line of work as well, when it comes to the health side of things, we're seeing young people like go very, very quickly. And I'm like, you never know. I'm very much more now aware of like heart conditions now as well, bro. Every time I say, hey, was I talking to you yesterday or I was like, all of us. I was like, hey, bro, I might need to go get myself a little cheeky
ECG.
get myself an ECG, an echocardiogram, an angiogram, all of them. Hey, check for murmurs. Mate, listen. Because I'm just like, anything can, didn't I say as well that the night before I went to bed, and I was it's stupid.
These are the weirdest thoughts when they
It's
happen.
those weird thoughts, but it's the reality of it sometimes. And I think it was because of also what happened with recently with Rich Homie Quan.
Yeah.
How she woke up and he was just gone. I went to sleep. I didn't even tell you. I was like just about to go to sleep. I was like, damn, what if I just have a heart attack? There's nothing Mal can do. I'll just wake up and she'll wake up and that's it. So I was like, how often, just like even that verse said, to be honest, like the wise consider death. What is our relationship with that, and what should it actually be?
What should be?
Like, what should that look like for a day-to-day person who enjoys life? You know what I'm saying? Who's actually trying to thrive and aim, like actually try to do something and become something or impact people. Like even with that in mind, having the same understanding that at any point that could go as well. Like, what does that every day then look like still?
Not someone who's a Christian. Just was talking general.
That's interesting.
Because it is
Because that can sort of change.
It would change it for sure.
I think I think
do
that
both
coming to
things.
terms with death in general allows you to then live, because it's like, as opposed to just fearing this unknown, I'm able to like acknowledge that it comes at some point. You know, and so until that point that I don't know when it is, right? The only choice that I do have is to enjoy and live and you know, provide and thrive and whatever else.
I like the way you said that in terms of like that unknown, because you pretty much should just be working with what you do know then.
Yeah.
Like what you know is that you have today. There's also that verse where it says work as much as it is still called today.
Yeah.
And it's like, or even work as much as it's still day. As it, bro, this is some King James, bro. Work when it's still today, ultimately, right? Like that's what you know. That's what you know about. That's all you can try to control. So it's like, how much are you putting into those moments
today.
right now? Because the unknown is that death part. But
what does fear look like then? What does living fearly look like? Because is it regular checkups? Because if I'm going regularly more than I need to, that's me being fearful. But then someone else can be like, oh no, that's just me making sure I'm maintaining my health, eating properly, because I'm scared of like getting a heart attack or, you know, build up in my arteries or whatever it is. Is that not you now living too cautiously? Like, so what does fear actually look like?
I think if it debilitates you every time you have to go for this, it's not about the frequency of checkups, right? Obviously, there's if you're going every week for a like ECG, it's like, okay, that's a bit dramatic, But it's like if you go for one every time and you feel something serious, right? You can go for it every time, paranoid and like instantly like debilitated by that thought, or you can go for it as like, okay, life's going to continue. I'm also just going to go get this checkup.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's two different frames of mind. And I think the frame of mind is where fear is or isn't.
do you guys ever try to ponder or think about what life would be like for the people that would be behind?
Like if
Left
we
behind you. You know what I mean? Like if it's like, okay, you think about it right
know what's
now.
Like without you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Always imagined myself as the last one.
Last one, okay, right.
Yeah. I've never imagined myself as necessarily
the
in
one
that
to
position.
go.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. You know, I think the reality is that obviously people will go through it, but I think people also know they have to get back to their everyday routine and everyday life as well. If that's 6 months later, if that's 1 year later, but I think that's also people coming to terms of reality and death as well. Is that it is going to happen to everyone, right? So I also have to continue doing what I'm doing as well. Ultimately, I also got a family, you know. Not saying, you know what I mean. Not saying that you don't feel a way that this person no longer here, but it's also the reality of, yes, how can I be there, or how do I deal with my emotions? But I also know I can't deal with these emotions forever as well. You know, there's also a time in which I have to come to terms with what happened. And I think that's the worst part, when people don't come to terms with what's happened. That's when it opens the door for other things, if that's now drugs, alcohol, whatever
it's
it
a
is.
time capsule ultimately.
Yeah,
You
because
just get stuck in that.
yeah, because now you have not accepted this as well. you know, and then now you also live at a point where it's like, and I've seen people go through that as well. That's why I'm saying that. I'm not saying that that's what it is all across the board for everyone who have not come to terms with it, but it is very hard to go back to what it is that you need to do and provide for your family and continue to pursue what it is you're pursuing as well, right? And I've heard so many stories. This is, I think, maybe 2 years ago. This was actually in the news. There was these guys, I think they were speeding. I think it was a full car, like 4 or 5 guys in the car. And then news came out that all of them lost their life. So my friend, that was his younger brother was in the car. So everyone was just running to the house and, you know, crying and everything there as well. And then they got to the hospital, and his younger brother was the only one that survived.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah. And then the other 4, you know, young men lost their lives. But in that situation, that 3-4 hours, you have no clue. You're thinking that your younger brother's no longer here anymore. Like, it just made people appreciate life a lot more now as well. Like, even like, not even just him, but also the people around him as well. Because I was talking to my friend, not him directly, but his friend, because we're all friends. I was talking to them about like a couple of months ago, and they're just like, yeah, man, when that happened, it's just, that's not my brother, but that's my homie, and that's I also look at him as like my younger brother as well. This guy as well just made us appreciate life, because that moment when you hear that news, people just thought it's like, that's the scariest part, when you put someone's number and you know that they can never pick up anymore.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That was like what was going through their mind. They're like, man, now that I know I can call and they'll pick up, made me appreciate life.
Yeah, wow,
bro. I was like, damn.
I was like, I think I saw something on Instagram yesterday or this morning where there was a recent shooting in America, and then they released like a photo. I'm sure there was a video as well where it's like the parents are just running towards the like oval. That's where the kids were after the shooting that attended the school. And it's like, as a parent running, not knowing, is my child there? Is my child not there?
I watched
like,
swallow you, bro.
I watched a documentary on Sandy Hook. You remember the shooting with like, there was like 29 kids and teachers, the little kids and stuff.
I remember
and
that.
it was that same kind of thing where it's like they just said like all the kids were outside like and whatnot, and like parents like looking for their kids, and they'll find their kids, and there's the parents of the kids that passed away in this documentary, and they're just like talking about like it's such a like they're like it's such an odd feeling when you're like, where's my kid? And they're just not there. Like, it's like, okay, they're not here, and then you go home and they're not there, and the room is empty, and
in an instant,
like literally in just an instant, it's just like, bro. And it's like, that morning, I know one of the kids, I think, was like, like, I don't feel like going to school today or whatnot, and dad was like, nah, like it's all right, yo, whatnot, and then
one of the kids that passed,
Jeez.
Well, I remember my dad said something to me that was just like, it kind of hit it home in terms of like just trying to understand where we're at right now. There was a point in time when he was just like, yo, you've been to more funerals than I've been in my whole life.
How crazy is that?
When he said that to me, I was just like, my goodness. From people, trigger warning, from people passing away from like suicide, from all sorts of like things, health crime, even as well, crime, violence, bad decisions and whatnot. He was like, you've been to more funerals than I've been to in my whole life. And I was like,
that's so wild, you know. Especially,
bro, man's double my age.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then I started trying to do my scientific justification. I'm like, okay, maybe because you've moved here, not as many people that you know. But I'm like, no, that doesn't change a thing. You're in an older demographic as well now. Like, health should be kicking in for a lot of people.
And he grew up in a more populated country as well.
Yeah, so he should be getting news or something from
That's not really happening. Yeah,
nah. And I was just like,
often here.
Wow, bro. Like I think when I was just thinking about the relationship with it thing, I was confronted with it at I think that whole 2016, 2017, 2018 period of time when there was just so many things happening. My relationship with death started getting a bit slightly not desensitized to it, but like a bit of like just the reality of life. Of like, it's here. It's here. And then I was even saying that, I think we might have spoken about it on the pod at a point in time. I was like, in high school, you think that everyone that you like graduate with or do high school with, you're going to be with forever. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we'll be talking in the future, everyone's around. But then I was saying to someone, when he was just trying to wrap his head around everything, he was like struggling. I was just like, we need to realize that we're actually, as we're growing older, this happens more and more and more now, because we're living more life now. So there's more opportunities for people to go.
I didn't think we'd deal with it so quick at a young age as well, because it was just after high school, and then maybe 2 years after that, and then I don't know. Was it 2 years after that, or maybe a year after?
Probably a year or two
year-
after high school.
yeah,
That was
after
like
high school.
5-6 funerals in 1 year.
Yeah, it's just a year after high school, or 2 years after high school, just news back to back, and I was like, damn, man. It's like I didn't think we were gonna be confronted with this like straight away. Yeah. You know, I thought, maybe give it 15 years. You know, this is that.
Yeah.
Of course, you know, reality of life, health, and all that stuff. But I didn't think it would be, you know, what it is, as well.
Crazy, bro. The wise consider death, bro. I'm not trying to make this too sombrero.
Yeah, no, for sure.
But
sure.
I was just that scene that I saw was just, it was very what's the word, man? Confronting. I was just like, bro.
Because it's not a movie. That's someone's
But
real
it
life.
looked so.
Yeah.
I didn't
But
I
it's
say to you
like
guys? I was
someone's
genuinely
looking
looking
around
around,
for
like, were there cameras here? Is this a set? Because it was like you don't see that, bro.
Yeah.
I sat down. I couldn't concentrate, bro. My laptop was watery for some reason. I think there was something in the screen.
yes.
There's a bit of water on the screen.
That's today. I'm done for the day. I'll see.
Yeah, man. Mazza. We got like how long do we say we're giving them? An hour 20.
Hour
Yeah?
20ish.
How long is it?
About that. 150. Call it 112.
I think 15 minutes is.
So we
us
got like
having a
10
side
minutes. We got 10 minutes for these people, bro. Yeah.
There's a few. There's a few stuff.
What we want to talk about here, man?
Is there anything pressing?
Well, I was interested in this 4-day work week that Mal was talking about, and what was going on there. The trial of 4-day work week in what, South Korea or
Where's
something.
that?
Ah, yes. You guys haven't been seeing it a lot.
No,
Everywhere.
man.
The 4-day work week. It's everywhere. The
Yeah,
conversation.
No, but
it's
the-
been,
this
it's been
specific-
literally.
The conversation started a while ago.
Yeah.
And I do know it picked up.
I know a lot of people in Melbourne are doing 9-day fortnights. So like as
Oh,
in every 10 days of work, they only work 9 days. So 5 days, 4 days, 5 days, 4 days.
Sounds like it. I mean,
Okay, yeah.
we've been seeing even the UK as well. I think they've been trialing it for a while, maybe like over a year. But yeah, the one that I saw was in South Korea, how they said they're starting a 4-day work week trial so couples can spend more time together.
Oh, they just want people to make some kids.
I was gonna say, yeah.
I
What
think
would the
so.
motivation be behind that? But it must.
Maybe a
I was like, oh, it must be a
population thing.
population
They
thing.
need
I think it's a population thing.
Well, South Korea is not that bad. It's not like Japan.
Oh yeah, Japan
my
apparently they're in
days.
crisis,
Isn't it,
man.
3 women
Apparently
to 1
they're in
man or something.
crisis.
Almost.
Wasn't there a
I
thing
think
of
also-
like this is not, unless something very, very, very serious is done, that it's not sustainable. Like the population lines now is actually at an unsustainable
Right.
rate.
Wow.
That it's it's going to be at a consistent decline.
Yeah, because like whenever
Unless
people
something-
have, it's like they have 1.
Yeah.
Or like 1.4.
I think that was like a this is actually a problem now or something.
Because of living costs and stuff.
How do
People
you
just
encourage
no,
a
you-
whole like society to have more kids?
Bro, even
though?
beyond that, as a government,
Incentives.
I was gonna say, as a government, what comes through your mind when you're just looking at like, yeah, we're finished. Unless these people start piping, the country is no more. We're gonna get
that's
absorbed.
crazy.
Like when someone brings that to the board meeting or to the Parliament House, and this is the first brief on the top of the table,
We're gonna need someone to colonize us.
like
Oh.
literally, bro,
That's
some
just so
pillaging
funny.
going on.
This is a quick separate note because we have like a community chat. I got added this community chat
Yeah.
with my tribe, so now all the elders, I'm part of that conversation, right?
They said,
They
"Johnny,
said
stop
stop
piping, bro."
intermarrying.
Nah, not even that. So they, I don't want to put out the business like that.
Now put it out
out,
there,
put it
man.
out.
There's like 5 people in the community anyway. They won't be hurt.
But there's 2 couples that's getting married.
Yeah.
It's sort of a bit up there in age. Yeah.
Yes.
I think they're like, I don't know,
33?
40. to
Nah, they're
like
not 40.
50 something. I don't know.
Oh, this is a different couple then.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know, yeah. So the person in the group chat say, hey guys, invite you guys to our, wedding, blah, blah. Man, I was trying to keep up with this beef. There was a little bit of beef that was happening. Bro, I go in.
Community beef.
People were deleting messages. I said, I wish I knew, but I
What they were saying?
I sort of kept
Pieces
up.
together.
Piece it together, yeah. But I think he was just sort of coming in and saying, hey, like third marriage,
Oh.
still trying to get married. Like, so yeah, on that sort of vibe.
I hear it.
right?
Hey, you know
Yeah.
what he did? He called him Goofy.
Yeah.
called him
No, that's exactly what they did. He said,
Literally.
bro, you guys already have families? Yeah. You're 48.
Ay.
You're 52. Don't invite us to no
Wedding.
celebration.
I hear it.
Yeah,
That man decided to live an honest life.
bro.
That's what that is.
People were beefing.
But you know what he did? He sent the message, put his phone down, went to
I
sleep.
went to sleep.
And his phone just keeps flashing. Ding, ding, ding.
Bro, I'm trying to figure out, there's this one coming that finish me, yeah? How much
Hey, is this Facebook or WhatsApp?
Nah, this is WhatsApp, bro.
WhatsApp?
This
They
is
text
WhatsApp.
in English?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I know.
He said,
Is
wow.
it peak?
Nah, hold on.
Because getting cussed out in broken English is probably
Nah. This guy's a speaker proper, bro.
the Queen's English for
Nah, you know what it is,
Wisdom
bro?
is chasing you. You are fast.
Yo, fast.
I like that you guys speak English on yours. My
you don't
tribe
understand
group
a
chat,
damn
nah,
thing.
Nah,
not
to
at
be
all.
honest, bro, I think someone got called out, right? And then they called they called the son and daughter, hey.
To come and type, and they're just out here dictating it.
Because I was reading this.
Tell him, suck your mom.
Because when I was, I'm not trying to diss anybody, but when I was reading, I was like, bro, it's like, first of all, I think you should, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, that's
trying to
definitely-
appreciate, blah, blah, blah. But anyways, they're talking about, this is one
This
comment.
guy's going to get exiled.
He's getting kicked out soon, bro.
Nah, because, well, like, I'll find it in a bit. But anyways, it was just beefing, blah, blah, blah. And then he goes, what's the problem? The birth rate right now is very low. So we actually...
There's no way man tried to justify.
No,
Say
the
anything
lady
at that point.
The lady that was beefing because she's now replying to him was like, yo, like, you don't want to get married. Let me get
Ah,
married.
yeah.
You know,
Man had
if
an
I right
advocate.
now, in our community, we're actually struggling. People don't want to give birth, right? So yeah, it was the funniest thing. I was
man.
like, I had the group chat of me. I'm like, I might have to read this a bit more
Bro,
often.
nah, they be popping, man.
Yeah.
That's mad. But so South Korea is probably trying to achieve that.
I think
So,
so.
South Korea is
Let you
trying to
spend more
achieve
time
that,
with
yeah.
your family, with your
But I
and your
read that,
couples.
you know. I mean, if
Of
you give like a
course.
Friday off, that means they be spending time together.
Bro, government
Families
intervention is
spending
crazy.
time together.
Government having to intervene because of that.
Bro,
is
and then there's
wild.
all these guys like, fuck, one more day with her.
Literally, bro, man finally had an escape because he's got a nice work wife, and now he has to come
now, he
back. home to-
now he can't use the excuse of, I have work on Friday.
team meeting, bro.
I love it though. I mean, why not? Get a
guess.
day, especially if, like, let's just say you have kids or whatever.
Oh yeah,
And you want to, but then they have school. Yeah.
Oh.
So it really is for the couples.
Oh, wow,
It
yeah,
really is, yeah, for the couples. Because if there's school on Friday,
on. Ah,
Yeah.
man, that's so weird. Because I was
take the babe out,
Bro,
man.
I
I'm
mean, that's
thinking
why
4
it says
days.
so couples, not family. They don't give a
Oh,
damn about
just
who. If you've already
couples.
got an
When I heard
existing
4 days,
kids,
because I'm like, yeah, spend time with the family now. But I realized that
nah,
they're going to
dog.
school.
They said
But then now
we
you
have
just-
activities for you to be doing
I just do steering competition with your partner.
with your partner that you hate. Bro. Oh, dog. man.
Bro, apparently school drop off takes 3 hours.
Traffic.
Oh, God, bro. Hey, man,
Thank you for joining us.
part it there.
Yeah.
Cheeky one, bro. Just cheeky
Yeah,
one. for
have
them,
it.
bro.
Just take it. We
Just
need more
take it, man.
guests.
Take it and go.
Man.
Thank you for joining us. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, rate this one on Spotify.
On that.
Sure. Oh, yeah,
Apologies.
Daniel.
I broke the podcast.
Someone
this
came
week.
up to me yesterday and said, "What happened this week? I couldn't find any of
Bro.
your content."
I was getting habios sometimes. A period of time I was like, okay, not enough of you are
Caring.
screaming on the streets. Yeah. But then I was like, okay, yeah, this is actually kind of bad. So apologies. Everything is back in order right now. So we're back on Apple Podcasts, we're back on Spotify. YouTube never went down. But yes, rate us. Rate
That's
us
it,
on there
that's it.
because we are still alive and kicking well. So thank you very much.
Yeah, sir.
Have I ever told you look like Jude Bellingham?
I look like Jude Bellingham.
Yeah. Have I ever said it?
I'm scared of where this is going to go now.
No. Just,
Because
Is he the soccer player?
yeah.
I'd happily
Have
take
I ever
it.
told you?
No, you haven't.
Because
Because
you
you don't. Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, he looks like, what's the other guy?
Daniel?
Soccer?
I look like Saka.
Vinny. He looks like Vinny Jr.
The plan.
He looks like Bukayo Saka.
I see it a bit.
Just Nigerian, mate.
Maybe, I
Bukayo
don't know.
Saka looks like a bird.
Oh, my days.
Don't turn it off. When intern is talking off cam, guys, are we done? Where are you going?
Who does everyone look like?
You look like Andy Mineo.
Is
True.
that true?
Yes.
I didn't know.
Carlos looks like Wesley Snipes.
Dwayne Wade.
Sorry. Mawa.
Wesley Snipes is true. Yeah.
Mawa. Look at me
I
again.
don't see Wesley.
Mawa's one of a kind.
I honestly think Marwa might be a one of one.
One of one. You have an uncanny look.
God didn't want to make
That's
that
so
twice.
I'm joking.
Don't you
That's-
dare. Don't you dare.
Yeah. All right, man.
Bye,
Like, share, comment,
guys.
subscribe. That's it.